Hey there, and good afternoon there, band members. Mr. Rogers with the Bobcat Band at Sonora Elementary, here once again with Tuba Cat. I'm gonna play trumpet though, more handheld, easier to manage. Woo! Francis is taking a bath right now, so his mom's back there. Washed his hair and stuff, and then now he's just playing. So, hey, today it's something a little different. All right, it's still, I guess, sight reading for a lot of us who are in 5th grade. So if you're a 5th grader, definitely check this out. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you already are pretty familiar with scales. This is number 147, and in the future, we're going to focus some more time, like next week. Going into next week, we're going to have more going on to page, I believe it's 40, where the major scales are. We're going to go over those scales. We're going to try to expand further on those, maybe into scales that you guys just haven't learned yet, so it'll be a good reference for that. In this case, number 147, it's the concert B flat. Now it should say major scale, okay? A lot of us know what major scales are. There's a description right above. A scale is a sequence of notes in ascending or descending order. Typically, when you hear a scale, it's ascending followed by descending, okay? So a lot of us are familiar with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. If you're Bobcat Band members, you know what I'm talking about. If you're Falcon Band members, you may know what I'm talking about because Mr. Dooley teaches y'all from kindergarten up. So you probably have done a lot of that, what we call solfege, in classroom music at a younger age. So when we're looking at the description, it says, like a musical ladder, right? Each step is the next consecutive note in the key. So the key reference, if you look all the way to the left side, you'll see a key signature. It's in between your treble or bass clef and the time signature, which is common time. So trumpets, clarinets, and tenor saxes, you don't have a key signature because your instrument is in the key of B flat. That's the way they write your instrument out. So that means nothing. You don't have to worry about it. But everybody else, you either have 2 flats or 1 flat for French horn, and then you've got F sharp for alto sax, okay? So 2 flats to B flat, E flat for us bass clef instruments, percussionists, and flute players. Now, continuing on from there, this scale is in your key of B flat. All right? So the top and bottom notes are both concert B flats, okay? So a lot of us have our low concert B flat and our high concert B flat nailed down. So for example, alto saxes, you have G at the beginning, 1, 2, 3. Then your high G, bam, you add that octave key. Okay, that's how you play that high G. So that's low concert B flat, high concert B flat, and in some cases, there's another one above there, right? That's altissimo up there. So we're going to look over the scale. It's going to be different for each of us, but everything is in concert pitch. Now, we call it concert pitch because it references back to a concert pitch instrument like the piano, okay? All the notes, B flat is right there. All the notes that are written for piano sound the way they're written. For those of us who have to use a different note, like trumpets, clarinets, and tenor sax, you're starting on a C, that's your concert B flat. It's written as a C, but it sounds like a B flat. They write differently between instruments because it's easier to read for your instrument. It just makes more sense on your instrument. And as you expand to other instruments like saxophones, when you play tenor sax and baritone saxophone, you'll see that there are different keys for certain instruments, right? You're in the key of E flat, altos, but when you go to tenor sax, it's in the key of C, right? The instrument, or sorry, not the key of B flat for tenor sax, my mistake. There are C saxes out there. They're really weird sounding, but they're in the key of B flat like a trumpet and a clarinet. So looking at the scale, they're all numbered off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's labeled as an, you'll see number 1 is connected to number 8. That is your octave. Number 1 and number 8. So B flat, right? That's the concert pitch. Then same thing going on the way down. 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? So go ahead and look at your key signature. I want you to look at it, and if you haven't played the scale before, I want you to sight read it on your own right now. Go ahead and do that. All right. Tuba Cat heard you're playing. He's very proud of you. Let's go ahead and play it together, starting off 2 beats on the first note, 2 beats on the highest note, back down. All right? There's a repeat sign at the end, so we're going to repeat at the beginning. All right? Here we go. 1, 2, ready? All right, so it's a really familiar sound for all of us. This is a major scale. There are all different kinds of scales out there. This is just one of them. There are 12 total major scales that we have in our music. Then there's 12 minor scales, 12 natural minor scales, 12 harmonic minor scales, melodic minor, all that stuff. Now, it's 12 because there are 12 total notes you can play on an instrument, right? These are the pitches. So we have before we end up on that octave when the letter name repeats itself, right? So there's 12 of them in between B flat and B flat. So if you have a piano at home, match the keys up. So for example, the A, or say C, there's 12 keys. If you follow all the black keys and the white keys, then there's going to be 12 of them that you will play before you arrive back at the C above that. So there's really only 12 different pitches. That's why we end up with 12 different scales. All right, so practice that scale with me again. And I'm going to move on to number 148. This is going to be about harmonies and chords and stuff of that nature. So I'll see you in a minute.